gone academic, now I go corporate. So today we'll go through the journey of a newly hired manager. His name is Kyle. Through his journey through BPO contact center management. So quick background of Kyle. So Kyle is a manager who moved to XG Boost contact center. So he's already been a manager. He's just moving to a different company. And what welcomed him? So it was a baptism of fire. So not so excellent overall performance in their account, and very high attrition. So these attrition, as he dug deeper, he found out that there are two, so voluntary or resignation, and involuntary, meaning they're terminating contracts of people. So these high attrition happens during the first 6 months or before the first 6 months of a newly hired employee happens. Okay. So he tried to understand what the problems are, and he looked at the key performance indicators in that contact center. So the first thing and the most important is attendance. So attendance with a goal of 96%. And why is it so important? If you're not there, if your employees are not there, then you don't really have any performance at all. Okay. So the next thing that he saw is quality audit score, or the quality assurance. So this quality assurance score makes sure that the employees are following the policies, the procedures, and would help drive the next key performance indicator, which is customer satisfaction. So customer satisfaction score is taken from surveys from customers based off their interactions with representatives. Another key performance indicator is your average handle time. So this is the duration of the interaction of the customer and the representative. And the last thing, or the last key performance indicator, is schedule adherence. So this schedule adherence is checked as if the agents or representatives should go on break, then they should be on break. If they should be in active call, then they should be in active call. If they are out of shift, then they should be out of shift. Okay? So what are the importance of these key performance indicators? So he found out that 3 of the 5 key performance indicators that we have, namely attendance, average handle time, and adherence, are directly related to their income. So this one drives the money. The other 2 keeps your clients happy. So if your employees are following procedures and they're making the customers happy, the end consumers happy, then your clients are also happy. Your business clients are also happy. Okay? So given all these problems and given the background of the key performance indicators, he also looked at the practices that are in place as he comes into the company. And these are the things that he found out. So they have, as they say, birds of the same feather
Not together
are the same birds. Okay? So these people, what they do is all the new hires are grouped together, all the tenured agents are grouped together. So this is a practice. So we tried to look at that. And another thing that they have is winner take all. Meaning if you're the performing team, you have some perks. Part of it, monthly schedule bidding. The performing team can select the schedule that they prefer, regardless if it has a good impact or negative impact to the business. They can select their schedule. Now, this one causes mismatch in schedule and call volume, as recently stated. So say for example, I'm the best team, or I'm the supervisor of the best team. I can select a shift that doesn't really have that much call volume. So even if my handle time is very low, I could have answered more calls, doesn't happen because I'm on the shift with very low call volume. So that's a waste of resource. So these are the problems that he's faced and things that he needs to solve if he wants to stay in the company. So what he did is, of course, call a friend. So his friend, right at the back, saw that there are problems in scheduling, grouping of people, and that's what they looked at the very beginning. So look at effective grouping. So his friend did run a clustering technique with using the key performance indicators of all the agents, and found out that there are 3 clusters of if there are 3 clusters where you can put in each of the employees. So before we go there, so quick round. So these are the goals. Your handle time is at 8 minutes, CSAT at 90, quality score at 85, attendance at 96, and adherence at 95. So the first cluster are those with or close to ideal performance. They may not be meeting the goals, but they are the ones who are closest to the goals. The second cluster are those who are far from the goal, they need support, and they need possibly any performance intervention. Okay? The third one, they need support. They're a little far from the target, far off the target. But what's striking is that if you look at the attendance, it is really low. So there's a problem in their reliability. So this would merit a different approach rather than compared to that of cluster 2. So which is purely performance, but attendance, as we could see, is really behavioral. So it's either you do it or you don't, right? So those are the clusters that they found. So from this, here are the recommended strategies. Strength in diversity. So instead of grouping all the tenured agents together and all the new hire agents together, which drives a very big difference or variance in performance and has business impact, why not use the clusters presented and stratify them to use stratification to create a group of 12 or a group of 15 using the different clusters. So at least each team has a balanced performance and all the actions would be targeted. So it would also help in speed to proficiency of the agents. If you know, or if you've been an employee, if you've been with groups of new hires, your speed to proficiency would be very slow because you're just with a group of same as starters. You don't really look at mentors, you don't have that mentors in your team, or you don't have the subject matter experts in your team. So if you put the new hires with the tenured agents and have a strategy in making sure that they are seated together, it is easier for those new hires to hit the target performance in your account. Okay? So there will be always someone guiding them. Instead of the current practice in Kyle's company is pulling out one of the tenured agents and having him assist the group of 12 new hires, which is counterproductive right at the back, because pulling out a performing agent, you lose an opportunity to get better scores, you lose an opportunity to really make the business good because that performing agent is not taking any calls, not really productive. So you lose money by doing that. So instead of doing that, just have your new hires partner with tenured agents. Everyone is taking calls, everyone is earning money, and speed to proficiency of new hire agents are also faster. But to do this, everyone should embrace change. So it's a culture change that they have to put into that company. Everyone should be willing to adapt to that change. And to really strengthen the performance of the account, we will need to further review the KPI opportunities. Say for example, customer satisfaction surveys. What are the opportunities in customer satisfaction surveys? So that's one thing that they need to dig deeper into. Quality performance. What are the opportunities in quality performance? So that is still something that they would have to dig into. Okay? So by doing that, since there is a correlation between the quality HT and then HT and customer satisfaction, so they could focus on quality first, pull HT up, pull the score up, HT would follow, and then customer satisfaction would also follow. Okay. That's actually it. If you have any questions.
Well, alright, you were also very significantly over time.
Over that.
Yeah, you were 9 minutes 30 seconds. In that vein pala, good